The movie opens with a note that reads, "All behavior can be traced back to instinct. When justice is denied, instinct becomes vengeance." The story then shifts to an unnamed European country. At a convenience store, a woman and her young son finish buying groceries. As they step outside, the boy asks for some chocolates. At that moment, an undocumented migrant approaches with a knife. Without warning, he slits the woman's throat in broad daylight. The terrified boy can only watch as his mother dies before his eyes. The brutal murder spreads across the nation like wildfire. A news reporter reveals that violent attacks by undocumented migrants are significantly increasing across the country. As fear spreads, a mysterious man known as the Vigilante citizen begins taking justice into his own hands. He hunts down criminals and even powerful officials whom he blames for allowing crime to flourish. His actions quickly earn worldwide attention. Many people praise his ruthless methods. An American woman even says the United States needs someone like the Vigilante citizen because the government has failed to protect ordinary people. The story then introduces Michael Sanders, the man behind the mask. In a pixelated video, Michael delivers a message. "Everything I do for you." Every soldier who dies believing they fought for a noble cause has been deceived. He argues that world leaders never fight on the front lines. Instead, they convince ordinary people to sacrifice their lives while risking nothing themselves. Meanwhile, 3 mafia members arrive outside Michael's hidden bunker to collect a payment. They secretly decide that if he refuses to pay, they will kill him. Unaware that Michael is already prepared for them, they quietly enter the bunker. Elsewhere, the Vigilante citizen's growing popularity alarms Europe's most powerful leaders. They believe his brutal form of justice is nothing more than vigilantism. As a result, Chief Henry of Interpol is assigned to capture him. Henry even suspects the organization could be backed by Russia or China. Elsewhere in town, Michael boards a city bus. A group of teenagers jumps aboard without buying tickets and starts troubling the driver. Running late, Michael quietly pays for all of their tickets. He then sits beside the group's leader and calmly advises them to change their behavior. The teenager responds with hostility and reaches for a weapon. Before he can react, Michael pulls a gun on him and quietly says, "This is the luckiest day of your life." At the same time, Chief Henry heads toward Michael's bunker, determined to stop him before he claims another victim. Later, Michael visits a hospital and meets Elsa, a woman who was recently attacked by a migrant. He calmly asks what she wants to happen to the man who assaulted her. Elsa says she wants him imprisoned for the rest of his life. Michael explains that the legal process could take years. She would have to attend court hearings, and even then there is no guarantee the attacker would remain behind bars. He asks her one final question: "Do you want justice?" Elsa barely answers, "Yes." Michael simply wishes her a good afternoon and walks away. He later visits a bar and orders a glass of wine. After he leaves, Chief Henry secretly collects Michael's wine glass as evidence. Michael returns to his bunker and prepares for the attack. He locks himself inside a heavily armored box and loads his weapons. Meanwhile, Chief Henry leads an army convoy toward the bunker. As they close in, Michael broadcasts another pixelated message. "What if everything your leaders told you was a lie?" Imagine a world free from corrupt laws, false religions, and politicians. The courts, the police, and the government were never built to give you justice. They were built to control you. I'm here to help you take that control back. Chief Henry is sitting in a bar when a young woman tells him that nobody wants the vigilante citizen to be caught. Henry calmly replies that laws exist for a reason. Coincidentally, Michael is also at the same bar. He notices 2 men secretly pouring a sedative into their female friends' drinks while the women are in the restroom. Michael walks over and tells the men that someone is harassing their girlfriends in the washroom. The 2 immediately rush off. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Michael switches the glasses. A few moments later, the men unknowingly drink the spiked beverages and collapse unconscious. Michael quietly tells the women that their friends had tried to drug them, but he switched the drinks in time. The frightened women leave the bar immediately. From a nearby table, Chief Henry watches everything unfold. Later, Henry leads a SWAT team to Michael's bunker and surrounds the building. The officers quietly move inside. SWAT Commander Pierre gives Michael one final chance to surrender. From inside the armored box, Michael replies, "I know you're just doing your job, and I don't want to kill any of you, but if you try to stop me from doing mine, I'll have no choice." Pierre orders his men to open fire. Within seconds, Michael retaliates with heavy weapons, wiping out the entire assault team. Later, Michael returns to his office, where his loyal employee Owen manages several rental properties. Michael asks about the rent collection. Owen explains that 90% of the tenants pay on time, while the remaining 10% are behind. Without hesitation, Michael orders Owen to evict every tenant who has fallen behind. Owen reminds him that the law requires several notices before an eviction can take place. Michael dismisses the legal process, calling it unacceptable, and demands immediate action. Later, Michael reflects on his past. He reveals that he never had a good relationship with his father. After losing his mother, he grew up almost entirely alone. While serving in the United States Army, he received a phone call informing him that his father had died. Meanwhile, Chief Henry and Pierre cautiously enter the bunker. Inside, they discover that Michael has slaughtered nearly every member of the assault team. Henry orders the remaining officers to break open the armored box. Elsewhere, Michael visits the home of a young rape victim. Her father answers the door. Michael asks whether the courts delivered justice. Frustrated, the father refuses to answer. The victim herself quietly steps forward and says she never received justice. Michael stands silently for a moment before walking away. Meanwhile, Chief Henry visits Elsa at the hospital. He introduces himself as an Interpol officer and apologizes for what happened to her. Henry assures her that the attacker will soon be behind bars. Confused, Elsa replies that she was already told her attacker had been caught. Henry immediately realizes something is wrong. He tells Elsa that no Interpol officer had visited her before. Elsa explains that another man came earlier and asked her only one question: "Do you want justice?" Henry asks her to describe him. She says he was a short man with a beard and looked Middle Eastern. Unknown to Chief Henry, we, the audience, know that Elsa deliberately lied about Michael Sanders' appearance to protect him. Elsewhere, the same group of teenagers is bullying a young boy in an isolated area. By chance, Michael arrives at the scene and gives the bullies a lesson they will never forget.
Hello, boys. You remember me?
Meanwhile, Elsa and her father watch the Vigilante Citizen's latest pixelated broadcast. Michael declares, "If the police won't protect you, I will. If the courts refuse to give you justice, I will. I will keep doing this until you learn to stand up for yourselves." Back at the bunker, SWAT Commander Pierre tells Henry that his men searched every building within a 2-mile radius but found no trace of the Vigilante Citizen. Henry orders the team to force open the armored box. Elsewhere, disguised as a police officer, Michael kidnaps Judge Reinhold by injecting him with a sedative. He loads the unconscious judge into his car and drives to a secluded location. Along the way, Michael accuses Reinhold of repeatedly allowing dangerous criminals to escape punishment. He says the law exists to protect victims, not offenders. Michael reminds him of a case involving a 14-year-old girl who was assaulted by 6 boys. In a televised interview, Reinhold had dismissed the crime as the result of adjustment issues and handed down only light sentences. To Michael, people like Reinhold are cancer to society and helping criminals instead of protecting innocent citizens. Meanwhile, the SWAT team finally breaches the armored box. The moment they step inside, a hidden bomb detonates. The explosion kills the remaining officers instantly and leaves Chief Henry seriously wounded. Elsewhere, Michael stops beside another vehicle he had parked earlier. He forces Judge Reinhold to watch footage of his own interview defending the 6 offenders. Michael then comes out of the car, pours wine over him, and slits his arm as his own form of punishment. Afterward, Michael heads to the home of one of the convicted boys. He forces his way inside and holds Ibrahim at gunpoint. Inside, Yusuf, the group's leader, is having dinner with his family. The entire family panics. When Yusuf attempts to confront Michael, Michael shoots him in the leg and orders everyone to remain seated. Michael tells Ibrahim that the court may have declared his son innocent, but he knows Yusuf and his 5 friends committed the assault. Yusuf apologizes for what happened. His sister interrupts, arguing that revealing gaudy clothing encourages such behavior. Michael immediately challenges that argument, asking whether that means women everywhere deserve to be attacked because of how they dress. He condemns the family's mentality and insists that no belief excuses such crimes. Michael orders Yusuf to call his 5 friends to the house. He warns that refusing will put his family in immediate danger. With no choice, Yusuf makes the call, telling his friends he has something urgent to discuss. One by one, the remaining members of the group arrive at the house. Michael ambushes them as they enter. By the end of the confrontation, every member of the group has been killed. Believing the legal system failed the victim, Michael convinces himself that he has delivered justice in his own way. At the hospital, Chief Henry receives a phone call from Michael Sanders, who congratulates him on surviving the explosion. Michael says he has a message for Henry to deliver to the government. Henry asks, "What message?" Michael replies, "The people will not accept a takeover. Henry argues that Michael is hurting innocent people, including him, and leaving the authorities no choice but to capture him. Michael fires back, claiming that ordinary citizens never voted for what is happening. According to him, the country is being taken over by Islamist extremists and the woke left. He warns that if the takeover succeeds, it will destroy the democracy he loves. He ends the call with a chilling warning: "Stop it now, or we, the people, will stop it ourselves." Meanwhile, police recover Judge Reinhold's body from his abandoned car. The Evening News reports that 3 judges have died under mysterious circumstances in recent days. Another judge has now been found dead on the outskirts of the city. Authorities believe the deaths are part of a serial killing rather than a series of coincidences. Elsewhere, the assault victim and her father watched the same news report. The broadcast reveals that the 6 men who escaped prison after the assault have all been killed, along with Yusuf's entire family. Once again, Citizen Vigilante appears to have struck. Hearing the news, the young woman and her father feel that justice has finally been served. Soon afterward, Michael releases another pixelated broadcast. Looking directly into the camera, he declares, "I'm here to help you take that control back. I'm here to show you that you are no longer the victims.